I didn't realize this was something that actually would be asked, but you know what? I love doing tutorials, and I figured let's do a couple more tutorials. So here we are. And I'm gonna go ahead and get right to it. This is what it looks like when you put an outline around yourself, and you can go ahead and do this in different colors, and it just makes you kind of stand out from what's going on in the background. Let's say I change that blue and I go with like white, or let's say I make it more of a pink color. You could actually change this up to be the colors of your brand, you know, something cool. So I thought this was actually, you know, a really cool little concept, and I wanted to show it off. I'm going to show you how to do it with a VTuber, because I am actually using my camera on Meld right now, and I didn't want to show y'all like the Hall of Mirrors effect, so I'm using two versions of Meld open right now. VTuber model, it's just kind of like idly moving around in the background, so I went ahead and placed it here as if it is a real person controlling it. It is a real VTuber model. It is one of the default VTube studio models. So what we're gonna do here is I am going to take this model here, make sure you click on it, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to effects here. As you can see, I have a glow style here. We are gonna add a glow style. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that old one. And it looks a little funky, right? Because it's a glow, right? It's gonna be very bright. It's gonna be out there. Now, the way you wanna do this is you can change the size. You can also change the choke. Now, the further up the choke is, the less of a blur it's gonna have. Whereas if you go further back, it's gonna just kind of give it that little glow. So I'm gonna make the choke probably about 44, and I'm gonna change the size here to like a good 16. If you want it to have a little bit of opacity to it, you can do that as well. And then I keep it as outer glow. If you do center glow, it's gonna cover them a little bit. Inner glow also kind of covers them a little bit. So I just like to do outer glow, that way it doesn't cover any of the outlines and the artwork that you have on your VTuber model. And then you just go over to color here and you change it up. And you can make it whatever color you want it to be. I personally like this little like teal color here. I think this looks really good. It makes her stand out while still keeping the focus on both the VTuber model as well as your gameplay. So it kind of helps have them stand out a little bit. You could also even take it and go give it a black like outline and change the size of it. Make it as kind of like a shadow if you wanted to. Again, you can change the choke. I like to have it a little blurry there, personally, but it's up to you, right? Like this is for you to get creative. And I mean, I have that glow style there. I could also go and put, I could also put a drop shadow on here if I wanted to, and make her stand out from it a little more and add a little more softness, so that way it doesn't stand up too much, because you don't want it to distract, right? You want it to look good while still showing what you're doing. As you can see, I have a green screen background. If I don't chroma out the background, you can see that it just does an outline along the border, right? So you want to make sure you do that green screen to take that out. And then let's do a little bit of a drop shadow on myself. Make it a little less opaque so you can kind of see it there. You see that? And then I can make it closer to me. Just a little something. So you can have these cool effects. And it doesn't need any plugins. It is directly right within Meld Studio. I just wanted to show a little tutorial that you could outline yourself to make yourself stand out and be super creative. And you can do the same thing with your VTuber model or PNG tuber, or if you have an image, you can put an image in here and do the same thing. And I think that's really neat. And I love how you're able to just, you can make it a tiny little effect. You can make it bigger. It's yours to create with Meld. And I think that's awesome. And I just really wanted to share that with y'all. And I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. All right, that's all I have for y'all today. If you like tutorials like this, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.